Hello, this is Dennis with A1 Telephone Service and Repair, A1 Electronics. You can reach us on the web at www.a1-telephone.com, and you can also reach us at 618-235-6959. Today I want to show you a really cool wooden wall telephone, and this is Len's telephone from Illinois. And basically this is the initial checkout of this telephone. I'm going to kind of start over here. Len had wondered what the little round piece was on the side of his telephone, and basically that's a lightning arrestor. And so I wanted to kind of show that real quick. I'm going to show you the handset too. Now it says Kellogg on it, but I'm not 100% sure that this is a Kellogg telephone. It would take some research because there's no information printed or stamped on this telephone anywhere. And there was a lot of different manufacturers of telephones. And some of these companies were actually telegraph companies, and or for the most part were telegraph companies also, and then they started making telephones. And usually around the transmitter encasement you'll start finding where there's some print, and you can usually tell what they are. In this case, this telephone doesn't have any of that. Now I have this disconnected because this is the initial checkout, and somebody has basically went into this telephone and removed the transmitter, and although the spit cup has a few little chips on it, it's still usable, and it can always be replaced down the road. It's not a big deal. This is kind of a weird situation here where they've got a bolt here, and that's all going to have to come out because Len wants his telephone and to be able to use it as a kind of a, an extension telephone. You're not going to be able to dial out with it, but it'll ring when someone calls, and you'll be able to answer it and speak on it and talk on it. The handset actually does have the original receiver inside of it, and I'm going to try to show that to you real quick here. Kind of want to unscrew this and give you a look at this. Here's your plate that's inside your handset, your receiver capsule, and then the actual inside of the receiver. It's in pretty decent shape, and it does say Kellogg on it, and that might be a giveaway, but they have a different type of handset receiver capsule cord on it. It's a spike type, and I'm going to kind of show you that here real quick. I want to hang this up, and actually I think I'm going to move it down some, because what we're going to do here is I'm going to show you the inside of the telephone real quick. There's no indications of what this telephone is from the inside, but it's in pretty decent shape, and the bells do ring when you crank it, and so we're going to fix up this telephone and into a situation where Len can use it. And it's got most of its parts inside. Everything seems to be here, but as far as information, there just doesn't seem to be any, and it's going to have to be researched what this telephone is, basically. We get a lot of telephones in, a lot of wooden walls, and there's just a lot of different manufacturers of them, and sometimes they can all, some of them can look a lot alike and then actually be from another company. You would think here on, somewhere in the telephone is in good a shape as it really kind of is in, that there would be some kind of tag left, but there just isn't any tag left on it. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to reach over and I'm going to crank this telephone. I want to hang it up because the receiver capsule has to be on the hook switch, in this case on this telephone. go ahead and shut the door, and I want to ring it a little bit. So we know that the bells work, and now we're also going to have to put in a new transmitter, and he's missing a bolt here that would hold this transmit bracket on, and so we want to kind of get that fixed up for him a little bit. But you know, as far as the whole telephone goes, it's a pretty cool telephone, and it's in pretty good shape. And so it's really cool to see these. And you know, working on these, it just doesn't seem like any two of them look exactly the same, because you know, different things were done over the years. This one actually looks like somebody has taken a piece of leather and did a repair here to hold the wires. And I don't think it was factory, but you know, it's been on so long, it actually just looks you know, original to the telephone, really. And it's kind of cool, some things that happened to it through the years. And then in our battery compartment, you know, you still have a lot of the connections here left. So that's really cool. Makes me kind of wonder why, and they do have a hole through the telephone here where you know, your line would come in through the top on the back side and come down into the telephone and go to the lightning arrestor, and then up to the hook switch. But this telephone's in very good condition, and I think Len's going to be really happy with this telephone when it's finished up. That kind of gives you a little bit of a look at it. But it seems like they could have left the transmitter in it, but you know, it's gone. So what we're going to have to do is install some other type of a transmitter in this. And I'd like to repair or you know, get the receiver working, the original one. If that's not possible, we'll put a different receiver in. We definitely know that we're going to change his cloth-covered cord. You know, it's in pretty fair condition, but it's got some spots in it with some issues, and so otherwise we'd leave it. It's kind of frayed in a couple spots. Other than that, you know, it's in pretty decent shape for the age of it. And give you a little look at the side here again with that lightning arrestor. But it's a cool telephone, and we're going to get this thing squared away for him. This is Dennis with A1 Telephone Service and Repair, A1 Electronics. You can reach us on the web at www.a1-telephone.com, and you can also reach us at 618-235-6959. This is Len's Telephone from Illinois. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.